I'm a reviewing. I'm a reviewing. I'm a reviewing menace to society. Oh, this is Mr. Hornby 3. This is Mr. Hornby 3 show, and I apologize for that bad singing at the beginning of the video, but today I am doing my review of Menace to Society. I think one of the best gangster movies they've ever made. And I don't know why. When this movie came out, everybody gave bad reviews. They gave it so many bad reviews that even the freaking spoof of it got bad reviews. But you know what the spoof of it was, which was, don't be a menace to South Central while you drink your juice in the hood. But, I mean, seriously, I don't get it. A movie like Godfather could get freaking all these praise from critics and all that. Or a movie like Goodfellas could be getting all this praise and all that. Or a movie like freaking... A movie about freaking mafia could get all this praise, but if we do a movie about street gang, no, it gets bad reviews. Even when I reviewed Blood In, Blood Out a week or two ago, that was a movie that I think got bad reviews when it first came out as well. You know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe the world's telling us, maybe the world's telling us something about those critics. No. But anyway. So Menace to Society follows a gangbanger named Kane along with his best buddy O-Dog. Now, and Don't Be a Menace, they were freaking cousins, and it was freaking Ashtray and freaking, what was it, freaking Lope Dog. But in this one, it's freaking O-Dog and freaking Kane. We also get the guy who played Pinky in the freaking Friday movies. He's a snitch in this movie because he freaking got his ass kicked by Kane. Actually, didn't get his ass kicked. He got pistol whipped by that motherfucker. He's like, blam, blam, blam. Well, there was a reason why, though. Because Kane was taken up for his woman, who Pinky kept trying to mess with in the movie. Right in front of Kane. So Kane said, fuck this shit. Blam, blam. It's kind of like with freaking Dead Presidents, which had the guy that played O-Dog in that movie as well. He was the lead this time. And they kept talking about who his freaking old lady was messing with. Yeah, if you watch D.D. Conway's freaking Nostalgic Lodge, you'll freaking see he did a video, Real Villains, and I forgot which video it was. But he talks about the real villains in some of these movies. I think it's kind of like just made for laughs and that. But, you know, he did talk about Dead Presidents and who the real villain was. We all know the real villain. It was his girlfriend for messing with Pinky in that movie. Pink guy. Try it again, motherfucker. Anyway. Well, that wasn't... Yeah. No, that was the freaking guy that wanted the new CD. Try again, motherfucker. Try again, motherfucker. Anyway, let's get back to freaking Menaces. So, it's about Kane's choices that he makes in life. His mentor is, it's been a while since I watched the movie. Like, I watched it, like, toward the end of last year. I can't remember all the names of the characters. I remember Kane, O-Dog, Ronnie, and, so I'm referring to the one guy as Pinky, who also played Big Smoke. But, anyway. Oh, yeah, he's like, don't say another motherfucking word, yeah, on Friday. But anyway. So it's about Kane, it's about O-Dog and their choices in life. They're in this gang, and the guy that leads it, he gets put in jail, but he was also freaking messing with a young lady. So Kane steps in. He's trying to help her raise her kids, and they're thinking about moving out of the hood together. His grandparents also kind of get on him about living a gang lifestyle. But he don't listen to them because, you know, when you're young and you're stupid, you don't listen to the wiser, older people. You do what you want to do. But, you know, it is sad how the movie ends, which, you know, I'll talk about that in a minute, but... You know, I'll tell you one thing. Throughout this whole frickin' movie, O-Dog's like a crazy frickin' psycho killer. There's a point where he kills these, which is also in the spoof of the movie. Don't Be a Menace. But, yeah. That movie's funny. I gotta review that movie. I love that frickin' movie. I probably will review that movie sometime this year. But anyway. So, you know, also while dealing with frickin' racist cops and all that stuff in the hood, you know, the typical hood story movie. But this is a gang movie. A hood movie, Boys in the Hood, with frickin' gangs in it. But, you know. I gotta say, though, the fact that, you know, Ronnie didn't leave Kane after he's sitting there frickin' letting her son play with a frickin' gun is beyond me. By the way, she got a real villain nod. Like I said, Dee Dee Conway's Nostalgic Lounge. Go check his channel out. Maybe I'll do a shout out to him on the live stream Friday. But he does some pretty funny videos, and you know, I just can't help it. Every time I watch it, I just laugh. He also makes fun of like white movies too. You know. But anyway, like Forrest Gump. Talk about how every time Jenny was in danger, Forrest Gump got super strength to beat somebody. But yeah, he's running for these boys at the beginning of the movie. But anyway. Honestly, like I said, it's pretty much talking about the gang lifestyle and how it is. And if you choose to live that style, what happens for you at the end. Which we do see what happens with Kane. But it wasn't because of the gang lifestyle. It was because he freaking banged some other chick. Got her pregnant, denied he was the father of the baby, and freaking, it was supposedly the girl's cousin that confronted her, which is played by the guy who played Junior in the Players Club. Yes, I love the Players Club. I love that movie. That's got gangs in it too, but it's like it's about the freaking strip club mostly. It's not about the gang. Yeah, the gangs are in it. It also has Charles Murphy in it as Brooklyn. He's like, Brooklyn, do something to make me feel better. You know, Charles Murphy just intense in that movie. Kind of like when that's Dave Chappelle's skit when they freaking did the skit of the Mad Real World. Or no, of the Real World, and they called it the Mad Real World, and it's like a bunch of black people in this house together, and then they throw a white guy in there. That skit's so freaking funny. I love that freaking show. I wish they wouldn't have canceled it. But anyway, yeah. Supposedly her cousin confronts Kane about it, and Kane beats him up. Starts stomping his face in like he's about to frickin' kill him, and then like I think like O-Dog or somebody stops him. Like, yo man, don't do that. No need to waste this guy, he's not worth it, or something like that. And the funny thing is, you know, the guy that leads the gang that was with Ronnie, he also frickin' was kind of like a father figure to frickin' Kane. Because shit, at the beginning, when the movie starts, you see Samuel L. Jackson, the guy who's the gang leader, a couple other people in there, and one of the women come in there and say something. Sam Jackson shoots her, and probably said, "Motherfucker." No. Talking about, I'm a bad motherfucker. No. Anyway. And then, like, the movie starts, then we get Kane and O-Dog, and like I said, there's a point where, Kane frickin', his grandparents keep telling him, look, man, you need to leave this lifestyle, you're gonna end up dead, or in jail, or whatever, and he don't want to listen, because he wants to follow his mentor, who was like a father to him, but his mentor, who was like a father to him, got put in jail. And, you know, there's a point toward the end of the movie where they go to see him. And Ryan's like, you know, I'm getting the kids out of the hood. And, you know, Kane's coming with me and all that. And then, you know, they're sitting there talking about, you know, their life around each other. Kane's sitting there crying. And, you know, they do the fist bump thing. That was, like I said, I think it's funnier when they freaking do the freaking skit and the freaking... And don't be a menace. Why didn't you come and talk to me, Trey? Why didn't you come and talk to me, man? He's like, man, I don't even know you. Well, he said something else, but I'm not going to use that word. But he's like, man, I don't even know you. He's like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's just so funny. I got to review that movie. That movie is so freaking funny. I mean, seriously. But anyway, also there's a point, which I think this also happened in Boys in the Hood too, where they frickin' had to deal with these racist cops, O-Dog and frickin' Kane. Then after frickin' Pinky got his ass kicked by Kane, he frickin' sits there and I think he takes a tape that O-Dog was watching of him shooting the Chinese people in the frickin' store. Which, like I said, that's like one of the funniest scenes of Don't Be a Menace. But I gotta talk about Menace to Society. Quit focusing on Don't Be a Menace. Menace to Society. But like he shoots up Chinese people and he takes the frickin' security tape and he's watching it like it's some kind of frickin' special trophy he got and all that. I'm like, wow, O-Dog is really psychotic, isn't he? He's sitting there enjoying watching his own frickin' product of him shooting them Chinese people for no reason. He just did it for the hell of it. Anyway, but yeah, there's a point where the guy who played Pinky is frickin' gonna turn in that tape. He turns into a little snitch, like a little bitch, and we know what happens to snitches. Which I wish something would have happened, but we didn't get to see it till frickin' we didn't get to see it because then it just focuses all on Kane after he beats the crap out of frickin' dude. Just pistol whipping him with his frickin' gun like yeah, that's like the best scene in the movie. Like if some dude came up and he's trying to put the moves on my lady, I'd do the same damn thing. I mean, hell, I'd frickin' beat the hell out of him too with the frickin'. If I have a gun, I'll pistol whip him as well. That's what happened. Yeah, as long as he don't turn out to be a little snitch bitch. But anyway, yeah, I really want to see that dude get his comeuppance. Because snitches, where I'm from, snitches get stitches. I know that's old lingo and whatever, but you know what? Who cares? I still thought Cap and meant making fun of each other, but now it means lie. So I don't know. It used to be making fun of each other because me and my friend Thomas Matlock used to do that all the time. Sit there and cap on each other all freaking day until one of us would go home. From Gene's house. But anyway. So then at the end, after he beat up the dude that played Junior in the Players Club, I know he's been in other movies, but I only know him as Junior from the Players Club because I love the Players Club. But anyway, yeah, and he's been in other gang movies too, so yeah. I think he might have even been in Boys in the Hood, you never know. Frickin' Menace to Society came out not too long after Boys in the Hood, like a few years or so. What year was it? Menace to Society came out like 94 or something like that? 92, 93? I don't know. But, was it 95? No, because I think Don't Be a Menace came out in 95. Anyway, it was somewhere in that area. But it was a few years after Boys in the Hood had been made. Also, you think almost a tree. You think that Kane would want to change his frickin' mind and get out of crime, especially with the fact he's going to help Ronnie raise the kids and all that stuff. Teach him how to frickin' read books and not shoot bullets. But no. Anyway, on the moving day, that's when that guy strikes. Kane gets killed. O-Dog survives. I think the cheeseburger guy got killed. Both versions. Menace to Society and Don't Be a Menace. The cheeseburger guy got shot. Man, I got these cheeseburgers. Man, I'll suck your dick. I mean, heck, that's hilarious. Even though Menace to Society is more serious, it's even funnier in that movie because it's like this dude is such a freaking crack fiend that he's sitting there freaking talking about, I got these cheeseburgers for you. I'll suck you off. He goes up to O-Dog and says that O-Dog says, get the hell out of here before I blast you. And, but in the Menace, Don't Be a Menace one, it's funny because like he actually takes him up on the offer. Gives him direction. I gotta review that movie, man. Once I clear up my theme, I'm gonna do a review of freaking Don't Be a Menace. But anyway, let's get back to Menace. So yeah, the movie day, he attacks. Freaking Kane gets killed. He got killed saving one of Ronnie's kids. And throughout the whole movie, we hear Kane narrating throughout the whole movie. O-Dog just standing there all upset, like, dude, Maybe that'll give you a reality check. Your boy got killed over some poontang and didn't want to take care of that lady's kid, but he's willing to take care of somebody else's kids. But then again, he had that freaking mentorship from the guy who was the father of those kids. And really, you know how it is. But, I gotta say, overall, I think this is a really good gangster movie. I don't know why critics gave it such bad reviews when it first came out. I don't know why they give movies like frickin'... I mean, now look, I think the only movie like this that got a good review back in the 90s was what? Frickin' Boys in the Hood? Yeah, Boys in the Hood got a good review. But I don't know. Like I said, maybe the world's telling us something about these critics out there. Who knows? Overall, do I get this movie a 5 out of 5? I really like it. I wish Kane would have survived and, changed his ways and became a straight and narrow guy instead of getting... But you know how it is with gangster movies. If you live that gang lifestyle, you end up dying and, there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, yeah, the frickin' guy that played Junior in Players Club also played in frickin' Tales from the Hood, which is one of my favorite frickin' movies. I think he even played it for... he even played the same character in Don't Be a Menace. So, yeah. I don't know the actor's name, but yeah, he even played the same character in Don't Be a Menace. So, yeah. Don't Be a Menace is a freaking sequel to Menace to Society. No, I'm kidding. That'd be funny if it was, though. But then again, if scary movies could be freaking sequels to Scream movies, then why not? Speaking of scary movie, I can't wait for that to come out. But, yeah... This video is short. I just wanted to review the movie real quick. Talk about my thoughts on the movie. Like I said, it's a really good movie. It's one of those best gang movies out there. I don't know why it got such bad reviews when it came out. But so did Blood In, Blood Out. And, people these days love that movie, even with the bad accent from the guy who played Ken from Street. And yeah, I know. I know Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle have done freaking skits of acting like white people and that. But, those were comedy skits. Blood In, Blood Out was supposed to be a serious movie. And you got this guy with this freaking terrible accent trying to act like he's Mexican. Or, Puerto Rican or Spanish or whatever he was supposed to be. I mean, come on now. But that movie's still good too. I enjoyed that movie. That's why I got so irritated when it freaking froze at the halfway point. Which was like 2 hours, 28 minutes. I'm like, son of a bitch, because I'm gonna finish watching this movie. I've been so invested in it, and I had seen the movie here and there when I was younger, because my grandma would watch it a lot. But as for Menace to Society, really good movie, good gangster movie, and it's one of those gangster movies that tell you the story of how you die if you choose the gangster lifestyle or the gang lifestyle. So yeah. I mean, and a lot of freaking gangster movies do that. Even in freaking mafia movies and all that stuff, they do that. Like, if you live this lifestyle, you're freaking gonna die. Except for Carlito's Way Rise to Power. You know what? I might bring Gangster Movie Month back next year for February. We'll see. I gotta see how these videos do. So far, I think the only ones that did good, might have been Scarface. And, that done decent. I think it might have been Scarface and frickin' Carlito's Way. Hopefully, Blood In, Blood Out gets more views. Because, I know a lot of people love that movie. I did the review. But, anyway, that'll do it. Please like this video. Leave a comment. Subscribe for more. Follow my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornsby 3 Show. Follow me on my Facebook business page, Trigen Toys. And I think, next week, I'm going to frickin' check in on websites to start getting something going on with my frickin' Trigen Toy store. I was probably going to do a yard sale at the beginning of March at my house. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Catch you guys Friday. I might do some kind of short or, maybe do a toy hunt frickin' tomorrow while I'm out in Newport. And Friday, live stream playthrough of Scarface, The World Is Yours. I love that game. It's like one of my favorite games ever. And then next week we end Gang Movie Month with, I guess I'll do Carlito's Way Rise of Power. Since I talked about Carlito's Way at the beginning of this, might as well do Rise of Power and give my thoughts on that frickin' movie. And how I hate how they changed some things from the original movie and that. And, you know, some things that were just so stupid with Carlito's Way Rise of Power over the frickin'... Especially when it's supposed to be a prequel to the original Carlito's Way. Also, for Valentine's on Friday when I was out and about, I picked up 2 VHS tapes. I picked up Judgment Night, which is one of my favorite movies. That's also a movie about gangs. It's got Cuba Gooding Jr., Emilio Estevez, Dennis Leary, Jeremy Piven, Stephen Dorff, before he was fighting Blade. And, you know, they're running from some gangsters. Maybe 1 year for Gangster Movie Month, I'll do that. But, you know, like I said, these videos, if they do well, they get some views after I finish them, then maybe I'll freaking do Gangster Movie Month of next year, too. And maybe do more gangster games next year, too, for playthroughs and that. Anyway. I would have done the GTA games, but like I said, I'm waiting until the third trailer of frickin' 6 comes out. And we know for sure, wait until the third trailer of GTA 6 comes out sometime this year. And I'm waiting to know it's still coming out this year. Yeah. But that'll do it. Catch you guys later. And I got these cheeseburgers, man.